Are you looking for a title to give you power? Miyamoto Musashi, one of the best warriors in history, never had one, but he was the most powerful leader in history. This video will show you why action, purpose, and presence are more important than rank when it comes to being a true leader. Reason 1. Anyone can lead. A famous Japanese leader named Miyamoto Musashi thought that focus and hard work, not a title, make someone great. In his first battle, he beat an adult samurai when he was only 13. This showed that anyone can lead by doing. Musashi stressed that leadership is not just for a few people, but for everyone who wants to be a leader. Great leaders step up, show confidence, and deal with problems on their own, without asking for permission. Musashi said that dedication to the craft was more important than praise. Our leadership is based on the way you act at work. Being proactive, resilient, and rooted in principles are important. Setting a high standard when no one is looking is what it's all about. Do nothing that is useless, Musashi wrote in his book of 5 Rings. This principle tells us that it's a waste of time to wait for a title before making a change. There are chances to act with ethics and purpose every second of the day. Realizing that anyone can lead opens up possibilities and makes a difference. People who want to lead must have a brave heart, a smart mind, and a soul that wants to serve. Musashi showed us how to do this, and every great leader does too. Reason 2. Help others win. A fierce warrior named Miyamoto Musashi thought that real power comes from helping other people. He fought for discipline, to improve his spirit, and to make his plan better. He taught that being a leader means helping other people win. Leaders who are great give their people power, share what they know, and see success as a win for everyone. They separate those who want to be in charge from those who want to make a difference. Musashi became a leader by getting better at things and showing others how to do the same. He thought that teaching, inspiring, and uplifting were all parts of real skill. When you help other people win, you build trust, and people are more likely to follow someone who believes in them. Being a leader doesn't mean you know everything. It means making sure everyone feels safe enough to learn, grow, and contribute. Musashi's way of doing things reminds us that how we help others is what makes us great. As long as we help people, inspire them, and let them do well, we are a force that no title can describe. Paying attention to other people's successes makes them more faithful, and people will remember the leader who stayed late to help, gave them honest feedback, and believed in them when they didn't believe in themselves. People who are better because of you are the best legacy a leader can leave behind. Because their job is bigger than themselves, great leaders don't need a title to do their job. Reason 3. Actions speak loudest. Miyamoto Musashi didn't lead big forces or carry banners. He is still known as one of the best warriors ever. But because what he did said a lot about him. His legacy is not based on words, but on actions. Every duel, lesson, and moment of discipline added to it. As a leader, you should know that what you do is much more important than what you say or your rank. An authentic leader doesn't say they are a leader, they show it. Musashi thought that how someone behaved showed how well they understood themselves. In the Book of 5 Rings, he wrote about how theory is less important than direct experience and real-world practice. The way you train is the only way you can fight, he wrote, and the only way to lead is to live it. Dreams, values, and purpose are easy to talk about, but great leaders live by these ideas every time they talk to someone. They get there early, stay ready, own up to their mistakes, and hold themselves to the greatest standards. The way they lead is by doing, not by telling. It's tempting to chase attention, praise, and labels in this day and age. But Musashi taught that the way to success is often quiet, hidden, and hard on oneself. If you work hard to solve problems, help others, and live by your values, you'll get respect that no title could ever give you. People believe what is done. They stick to what they know. They watch how you act when you're upset, how you treat people who aren't as powerful as you, and how you act when no one is around. This is where real leadership shines through. Musashi's own life showed that he was humble. Even though he was very skilled, he kept a simple life, ignored politics, and focused on growing as a person. Not because of his rank, but because of his honor and control, people paid attention to him. People remember great leaders not for what they did, but for how they lived their lives. When you lead by example, you're an inspiration to everyone around you. People are affected by your energy. Your focus spreads to other people. People are inspired by your guts to stand up. There are already enough people with names in the world. There must be good people there. Do good things instead of putting your name on something. This is how warriors and great leaders act. It's how Musashi did it. Reason 4. Take charge, not credit. To Miyamoto Musashi, praise and attention were never important. He didn't want to be famous after beating over 60 opponents in duels and becoming an expert in many skills. Instead, he shut himself away and did things like drawing, calligraphy, and meditation. He led not for praise, but for a reason. The thing that makes great leaders stand out is that they take charge without wanting praise. Someone might not want to be a boss because they're afraid of getting blamed or not being appreciated. Leadership, on the other hand, isn't based on ego. They step up not because they want to be seen, but because they have to. They know that being a leader means taking responsibility, not getting praise. Musashi wrote, "Respect Buddha and the gods, but don't depend on them to help you." We learn how to be responsible for our lives and the world around us. You shouldn't wait for someone else to fix it. Please do not wait for clearance. Take charge. Who will reward me? That's not something great leaders do. What should be done? They ask. When other people pause, they act. When other people aren't sure, they make choices. They move forward when everyone else stops. When you lead without wanting praise, your intentions are pure. You're not changing the results to benefit yourself. You know what's right because it fits with your morals. And leaders like this are hard to find, admired, and have a big effect on people. Musashi lived in a time when there were many rulers and many different allies. A lot of people fought for power and titles, but they all lost. But Musashi focused on getting stronger inside. He knew that real power comes from inside. It is possible to steal titles, but not your honor. This lesson is very important for our everyday lives. We need more people who are ready to serve without getting attention at work, in relationships, and in communities. To fix things without wanting fame. To help other people without expecting to be thanked. People who always take charge, solve problems, help others, and stick to their beliefs will eventually earn the respect of everyone around them. They got it because they earned it, not because they asked for it. Real leadership can't be seen. You can find it when you show up, do something, and leave things better than you found them, with or without praise. The most strong leaders are those who lead for a reason, not for praise, as Musashi's life showed. Reason 5. Stay hungry to learn. Miyamoto Musashi's never-ending desire to learn was one of his strongest traits. He had never lost a fight and was thought to be a master swordsman, but he never thought of himself as whole. Musashi always worked to improve his skills and learn more about art, calligraphy, sculpture, and philosophy. He thought that there was always more to learn. This is one of the main reasons why great leaders don't need titles. They are always learning about life. It may seem hard at first, but everything is hard at first, Musashi wrote. This shows how humble he is. A real fighter knows that the first step towards success is to struggle and learn. They know that there is always more to learn, no matter how much they think they know. This way of thinking helps them be flexible, open, and strong. When labels are linked to leadership, people tend to stop growing once they reach a certain level. They think they've arrived. Great leaders, on the other hand, know that learning never ends. That makes them curious. It's because they ask. They pay close attention. They look for teachers, books, comments, and anything else that will help them get better. Musashi learned how to use his mind as well as his sword. He once said, "You must understand that the essence of strategy is to not be on the side of either side." This means that you shouldn't become set in your views, but instead should stay balanced and open to change. This is something that great leaders believe in. They don't let their pride get in the way. They look forward to challenges that make them think and accept different points of view that make them think. In today's world, where things change quickly, leaders who hold on to old information become useless. But people who are always eager to learn stay flexible, useful, and up to date. They show others how to grow by always doing so. They make places where learning is valued and not frowned upon. To be a leader, you don't need a rank. What you do need is a desire to learn. You stay smart, humble, and ahead of the curve when you're hungry. When people see others grow, it makes them feel like they can do the same. Like Musashi, who was never happy and always trying new things, we should live in the same way. Stay in school. Keep your door open. Do not stop being hungry. That's how you lead, whether you have a title or not. Reason 6. Connect before you direct. Miyamoto Musashi had a deep understanding of how people work. His duels were not only tests of skill, but also of character. He watched his opponents, figured out what they were trying to do, and then acted precisely. Musashi knew that relationship is power, not just the sword. When it comes to leadership, too, relationship comes before direction. A lot of people think that being a boss means giving orders or making choices. But trust is the first step to being a real boss. You can't sway someone whose thoughts you don't know. You can't help someone if you don't connect with them. And you don't need a title to connect with someone. Just be honest, care, and be there. See that which you can't see with the eye, Musashi wrote. Please go deeper and try to understand how other people feel, what they want, and what they believe in. Some of the best leaders listen more than they talk. They watch more than they teach. They find out what makes other people tick and use that information to lead in a way that hits home. You have to earn the trust of your team members before you can lead them. You need to show that you care before you give help. Follow the person who makes you feel seen and heard, not the person with the title. Influence comes from connections, and leadership is all about having influence. Musashi didn't have a lot of troops, but those who followed him did so because they liked how clear, disciplined, and present he was. He led by example and making connections. He could read his enemy's mind before they even raised their sword in fight. When we're at work or with friends and family, leadership starts with understanding. Talk to people. Know what problems people are having. Thank them for their hard work. People open up when they know they are respected. They trust you when you let them in. They follow because they want to, not because they have to. This is the key to being a boss without a title. It has to do with people, not rank. You don't have to be the boss to care about your employees. You don't have to be a boss to help a coworker. All you need is the desire to help and the heart to bond. Your words have more weight when you connect first. Being there with them makes them stronger. Like Musashi, you don't tell people what to do, you do it. That's the kind of leadership that lasts.